What's going on, y'all? This is B Moore, aka Aaron. I'm locked up at Lake Erie Correctional Institute, down on a body, sentenced to 20 to 25 years on an accidental misfire. Just looking for a little help.
All right, so I'm on the phone right now with an inmate from Ohio, and you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, man, my name is Arron Ridenour. Everybody calls me B Moore, man. I'm a Lake Erie facility, correctional facility, and Ashtabula, Ohio.
And what are you in prison for? What are they accused you of?
Um, I'm in prison on an accidental misfire. Ended up killing my best friend. But they charged me with involuntary manslaughter, tampering with the evidence, and having a firearm in a bar. They added a gun spec along with it. They originally charged me with murder and felonious assault and all that good stuff and tampering with evidence and yeah, man.
So you want to explain what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess we gotta take this back to April 8th of 2023. Me and my girl were kind of we worked all week, man. I worked 2 jobs and stuff, so I finally got a day off and stuff. So we went out to the liquor store. We were gonna have a friend over, possibly 2. Couldn't get a hold of anybody. But we ended up going to the liquor store and we stopped over to my friend's house across town. I go to a bar over on that side of town quite often. So when I stopped by my friend's house, he didn't answer. So we ended up stopping at the bar, spur of the moment type ordeal. We ended up going in there and having some drinks. I ended up texting my friend Tiffany, his mutual friend of me and my girls. I ended up texting her to come on down to the bar because the bar was dead. She said she'd be on her way. She ended up coming there within 5 to 10 minutes of me calling her. She was there for all of 5 minutes until the accident happened. But going into what specifically happened, as soon as she came in, I usually carry my firearm on me. I forgot that night that my firearm was on me. I wasn't paying attention, man. And I
Are
ended up leaning back
you legally able to carry a firearm?
Yes, I was at the time, absolutely.
Okay.
I was a security guard and stuff. Um, I leaned back in my bar chair and stuff, man, and my firearm fell out of my pocket. I ended up catching it. I forgot the firearm was even on me in the first place, man. So when I caught it, I didn't want my bartender seeing that I had the firearm on me. So I stood up and turned my back towards the bartender. I stood right behind my girl when it happened. Tiffany was on my right side, so I ended up stepping to my left when it happened. I caught the firearm with my right hand, and I had a chest pocket on my left side of my jacket. When I stood up, I kind of adjusted it because I caught it weird. I caught my firearm weird when it was falling, so I kind of half spun it. But I was looking towards the door when it happened. I was expecting it to be quick, to put the firearm in my pocket and go out to the car. When I did the half spin, my thumb ended up flicking the back of the firearm. I never even pulled the trigger, man. My thumb ended up flicking the back of the firearm when I stopped it from doing the half spin and stuff to put it in my pocket. The firearm goes off, man. It was a freak accident. As soon as it went off, I went into shock.
Was it a revolver?
Yeah, it was a double action snub nose 357.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. When the gun goes off, I'm thinking that it hit the back of the bar, and moments after that, my friend ends up dropping to the floor. I shoved the firearm in my back pocket, and I throw my jacket on the back of my chair because I wanted to help, but there's not much you can do after you're shooting somebody in the face, you know.
Oh, it was in the face.
Other than call the...
Caught him right in the face?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I tried to call the police and the ambulance, 911, but my phone ended up dying moments after I texted her, and made the phone call. At that moment when she dropped and hit the floor, my anxiety and shock went to basically went to a point of like straight nausea, man. So I ended up going out the front door, man. Felt like I was gonna throw up. Mind you, I'm down the street from my friend's house, who I originally tried to get in contact with, man. I mean, to be frank with you, man, I freaked out. I ended up running down the street and let my friend know. And I let my friend know what happened. I ended up telling my friend, you know, in detail as far as what happened. I had accidentally shot Tiffany and stuff, and I think part of him didn't believe it until I told him I need to get back down to the bar. And at that point, there were 2 to 3 officers down at the bar. My jacket's on the back of the bar. My girl's there. My bartender's there. Tiffany's lying there on the floor.
So your friend is a
female.
Your friend is a female.
The one who passed away, yeah, Tiffany. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But my driver, man, my friend that I was originally trying to get in contact with, he had felony warrants. So I'm in the car with him, and he's in shock because what I told him was ultimately the truth. And he ends up telling me as he's driving past, he's just going to drop me off across town in my crib. He has got felony warrants. I'm in shock. I wish I would have had the wherewithal to be able to say, no, man, I got to go back to the crime scene or whatever, you know, what happened. But I freaked out. I didn't say anything, man. It was the quietest car ride I'd ever been in. He ends up dropping me, attempting to drop me off and stuff like that. As we're driving across town for him to drop me off, I end up basically saying, man, what do I do with the firearm? He doesn't respond. He ends up making a sharp turn down a dead-end street. And I end up making the choice to throw the firearm out, which was stupid as hell. I mean, but I did it. I'm guilty of that. As soon as I threw it, I knew it was the wrong move. Mind you, this happened at nighttime, and it was a black firearm. So I threw a black firearm in a tree line at nighttime. I tried to find it, but it's fine trying to find a needle in a haystack, and eventually it was taking so much time that I was freaking him out. He said that he'd end up leaving me if I spent any longer looking for it. So I had to leave the gun where it was at, man. He ended up dropping me off at my crib. Mind you, I left my jacket and my keys in my jacket back at the bar. I'm in a t-shirt, and you know it's cold as hell and shit that night. So I was locked out of my apartment. It's crazy as it sounds, man. I mean, I was just looking to get warm, but I ended up hiding in the back of the fucking truck. I wasn't really hiding from them, but I was trying to stay warm, man. I was out there for like a good 20 to 30 minutes, man. It was freezing that night. The situation looks crazy, man, as I'm taking a step back and looking at it, but I just, you know, that's how the circumstance, you know, unfolded and stuff. The police, about 18 cops blew down at my apartment and stuff like that. As soon as I heard them pounding on the door and stuff like that, and I knew that they were around, I ended up coming out of the back of the bed, you know, and you know what I'm saying, I surrendered myself to the police and stuff. They then, you know, they put charges down for murder A, murder B, felonious assault, tampering with evidence, having a firearm in a bar, and a gun spec to run all with it, man. There was offers of life on the table. All of this, man, from a fucked up accident, man. It was supposed to be a celebratory type of situation, you know, a reunion of sorts, trying to just get in touch with people, and it ended up being a nightmare for absolutely everybody involved. And now I'm sitting in here with a 20 to 25 year sentence. I've never, you know, this is my first time as far as being convicted of anything or being in prison. You know, I have no priors. It's kind of crazy, man. Now I'm in a situation where I'm fighting for my life. As far as trying to get back, you know, or I'm not asking to get off scot-free, because I deserve to be in prison, but not, in my opinion, I don't believe I deserve 20 to 25 years, man. Not on something that was accidentally done.
You think you should be punished for your friend losing her life, but you don't think you should be in there for 25 years?
Absolutely. I should have been charged with reckless homicide, because I absolutely acted recklessly in that situation, man. I mean, my carelessness ended up causing someone to lose their life, man, and I have to pay for that, you know.
But you did go to trial, right?
No, actually, I had ineffective assistance of counsel, man. He told me that the evidence is stacked against me, and it doesn't look good if we go to trial. I've spent all of my resources at this point and stuff trying to get a decent attorney, and the attorney that I end up getting and stuff, he did the bare minimum, man. He did the bare minimum. I never even had a preliminary hearing in my case. They're doing people in Akron. They're giving everybody something called a direct indictment program, which essentially waives their preliminary hearing. I mean, you and I both know that way. I mean, the preliminary hearing is to weigh the evidence and stuff, going whether or not they can bind it over to the common pleas. You know,
yeah.
It's pretty important stuff. There was some funky things in my case right now. I'm trying to withdraw my guilty plea. I haven't heard anything back as far as that situation. I just right now, man, I'm doing everything I possibly can, but I got nobody on the outside and stuff like that to help me. I lost my mom and my dad 42 days apart from cancer a year prior to me catching this case. So it's kind of been one thing after another. So I'm kind of learning the law on the fly, you know. It's been crazy, Bill. It really has been, man.
So if your friend's family is listening to this right now, what would you say to them?
I'm so sorry for the pain that I've caused, and my recklessness is inexcusable. I deserve to be in prison. I'm sorry doesn't even begin to convey the regret and pain that I've caused, you know. I just pray someday that they understand that this is an accident, and I never meant for any of this to happen, and I pray that someday they can forgive me for the pain that I've caused. I truly am sorry. I'll be sorry for the rest of my life.
And this situation was caught on tape, wasn't it?
No, unfortunately, there was no cameras in the bar. You know, it was just my girlfriend, the bartender. There was no cameras at the bar, man. Yeah, no, it would have helped my case tremendously, you know. But I mean, the only discovery that they have is the body cam footage and stuff, and then the interrogation and shit. And I was drunk as hell for the interrogation and shit. It was kind of distorted and kind of crazy and stuff. I wasn't all the way there, man, as far as an interrogation. But man, this has been a nightmare for absolutely everybody involved, man. I don't know what to do, man. I'm in here. I'm trying to make the best of it, man. I met my man Mike in here and stuff, and he was telling me about you, man, and what you've done for so many people and stuff like that. And I just want to say I'm grateful for you taking the interview, man, and taking some time out of your busy schedule to come holler at me, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I know how it is to be in prison and for people to give you an opportunity to tell your story. It's a lot, you know. So if the prosecutor is watching right now, what would you say to him?
Well, at the end of the day, I just want them to take in consideration and stuff like that. That the victim was a dear friend of mine. Again, I recognize that my recklessness and stuff. I recognize that it deserves a prison sentence. I caused someone to lose their life, but I would hope that they would reconsider my sentence and just take in consideration that I don't have any priors. I was a working man. I worked 2 jobs at the time of this accident. This was something that was, like I said, an accident, man, and it was supposed to be a celebration. And unfortunately, it turned into a tragedy. But I fit all of the definitions of a low recidivism rate. I haven't gotten any crazy trouble since my incarceration. I don't plan on it. I stay out the way. I'm in programs. I would just hope that they would take a second to reconsider the amount of time that they gave me in my case.
Is there anything else you want to say about the situation?
Man, I just want to apologize to all the people that are affected by this situation, by my carelessness and my recklessness that happened that night. I wish that I could take a number of things that I did that night back. It sucks, man. It sucks. It's been a nightmare for absolutely everybody involved. I feel most bad for the fact that my friend she had a daughter, and I know about losing a parent. You know, I had lost both of my parents 42 days apart, a year prior to that tragedy, and not a day goes by with that I don't think about her, the family, especially her daughter. Now that she has to grow up without her mother, and I'm the cause of that. You know. It honestly, man, it kind of makes me sick when I think about it.
Yes,
but I pray that
it is terrible all the way
that,
around.
that,
you know.
Absolutely, man, absolutely. I just pray that the family at some point can find it in their hearts to forgive me, and that's not going to be easy, and I recognize that. Man, it just makes me sick, man. It really does, and I'm just praying that at the end of the day, I can get a second lease on life and be able to live my life a little bit more sober, man. And that was part of the issue and stuff. I was under the influence of alcohol and stuff like that, man. And I clearly I had quit drinking for a while, and then I started drinking that night. I was sloppy, man. So I was reckless as far as my behavior and stuff. So no, man, I'm looking to, when I get out of here, to better myself, get a second lease on life, man.
And how old are you now? How old are you?
I'm 32 now, man.
So 25-year sentence is almost a life sentence for you.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. They maxed me out on They maxed me out on every charge and ran everything consecutive.
Now, if someone else is watching right now that maybe wants to help you out or write you or something like that, where can they find you at?
Well, they can add me on the GTL app. As far as my name, Arron, last name Ridenour, Ridenour. My inmate number is A 804-802. I am up here at Lake Erie Correctional Facility, out here in Ashtabula, Ohio, man. I would welcome anybody who reaches out, man, because I don't really have many people checking on me nowadays.
Definitely. We'll get this out to the people and see if they can try to help you, put you in the right direction, figure things out.
Brother, I am so appreciative of you taking the time out of your busy schedule, man, to help me out. You know what I'm saying? I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I do this every day. You know, I'm just glad I'm able to do it for you. I appreciate it. And if anyone wants to write this man and point him in the right direction, I'll leave all his information in the description of this video. Keep him in your prayers. Thanks, man.
I'm grateful, bud.